Hi everyone. So today I just wanted to do a quick foundation review. So this is for Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation, and I'll be showing you shades around my complexion, and hopefully that will help you narrow down what tone you are so you can go ahead and purchase and make a better decision. Is not a first impressions video. I'll have another link to a video of how I came across this foundation. But I have this foundation as a part of my kit. That's why I have so many colors. And I'll definitely do swatches that are for people who are medium to dark skin tone as well. If you're closer to my complexion, let me show you some options that are closest to my skin color. First, I have Suede, which I'll be swatching in a bit. Right off the bat, as you can see, is more golden tone. So if you're deep skin and you're more golden, this will be absolutely beautiful on you. Next shade is Rosewood. So this has more pinks, more reds, should I say, in this foundation. So this is a lot more cool tone. And this is the option that I go for, and I'll let you know at the end why. Henna, which is 530. And this shade I absolutely can get away with. Again, it's away from the red of Rosewood, which is more of a red tone, and this brings back a little bit more neutral. It's not golden and it's not on the red side, it's a little bit in between. So first I'll be swatching Suede 510, and this is what it looks like. You can see it's a lot lighter, but it's an awesome warm highlight color for someone of my complexion. Next is, now this is Rosewood, the one that I prefer for myself. Wood was 520, and this next shade is 530, and it is called Henna. See my chest area, I have more red tones, so I would like to match the rest of my body, so that's one of the reasons why I go ahead and choose Rosewood. Otherwise, 530 Henna matches more of my face complexion. So now I'll be applying Rosewood on this side of my face, and I'll just do half so you can see what the tone is looking like, how close of a match it really is. And I left the swatches on my chest area, so as it dries down, you'll see how much it changes in color. So you can keep it at a light coverage. Just add a little bit if you want just more natural coverage instead of that full on coverage. And I'm using a brush because I always use a brush. So whatever you're used to, you can use it. This applies well with a sponge as well. It's just going to be less coverage. I'm not going to apply it too far down the neck so you can easily compare to the rest of my body. This is why I love this foundation. Just having half my face basically done, I don't feel like I have anything on compared to the other side at all. This is the lightest feeling foundation ever. It's like air on your face. It's more of a watery consistency, so it's more on the lightweight side, and it dries down semi-matte, but not too matte or anything. It looks, it has more of like a skin-like finish. You can see this is just using like half a pump. I just spread it out a little bit all over and try to buff it in with my foundation brush. It covered really well, and this foundation photographs beautifully. It has that airbrush finish to it, a natural but natural look at the same time. Like your skin was just like this from the get-go. Like my skin, and the reason why I chose this color overall. As you'll see, it will eventually set down to like a satin semi-matte finish. It definitely controls oil very well. I can wear this throughout the day and don't need to blot. Some of my shine may come through, but barely. It'll just be a natural shine at the end of the day, and you can wear this several hours. I have had clients who did it for a photo shoot end up sleeping in it the next day, which is not good. But the good thing about this foundation is that it's actually good for your skin, and it's non-comedogenic, so it won't clog your pores. I'm not saying to sleep in your makeup though, but it, just in case it does happen, you'll be fine. So now I'm just going to take the rest and do the other side of my face. This is me going just once over with the foundation, and it covered pretty well. As I said before, it's medium to full. So you can just leave it like this. It looks natural. You can still see some of my imperfections peeking out, but nothing crazy at all. Knowing this foundation, if I were to wear it beforehand, I will just add a little bit of concealer where it's needed before applying it or after, and around my mouth area just to brighten that area up. But overall, for just a natural everyday foundation, and it feels lightweight, doesn't feel like you have tons of makeup on or anything like that, and it photographs well. And this is a type of foundation that wears it just looks better as time goes on, as it just marinates with your skin, or just, you know, as it wears and sets on your face, it just looks better and better. You can see this is more of the finish that it dries down to. You can tell with the deeper one. So that's kind of like the semi-matte finish I was saying. It still looks like skin, you know, but just a little bit more airbrush. For the deeper skin tones, it doesn't really change that much in shade as it dries down. And if it does, it's not noticeable to me. But I noticed for my lighter shades, what look warm in the bottle might show up a little bit more on the cool tone. It might have a little bit more pinks in it as it sets, and it sets for the lighter skin shades, a half a shade darker. So just to run through, just swatching on my chest, as this sets, some of the shades that I do have, I have more medium to dark tones that I can swatch for you, just in case, just to give you an idea of at least the tone of that foundation. And I can go ahead and swatch the darkest shade that they have, and also the lightest shade that they have that I do own. This is the darkest shade that they have, or the one that I have in my kit, and it's the number is 560, and I believe the name is Obsidian. So it looks like this, and I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. So this is what Obsidian looks like on me swatched. I add a little bit more. Hopefully you can see that it has a little bit of red tones in it. As I move to the side, you can hopefully see the tones. So it's not dark and neutral, you know what I mean? So it still, you know, brings some life to the complexion of, you know, deep skin. So that's what I really like about Obsidian. I believe this is the darkest shade they have, at least that's what I have in my kit. Let me know if they have a darker shade than this, but this is gorgeous just because, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a beautiful red tone in it, so it just brings life to that person's complexion once you apply it. Called Alabaster, and it looks like this. So the tone is just absolutely gorgeous. It is more on the cool side. I do have, if you're a warmer shade and you're fair skin, usually fair skins are more on the pink cool tone side, and this matches beautifully when I use it on one of my fair skin clients. It just matched with them beautifully. The second to lightest shade that I have in my kit is Lace, and the number for that is 150. So it's a little bit darker than 110, but this has, if you can see, a lot more pink tones in there. So this one, as I said, is like, this one is more neutral, I guess. This one, if you really have more of a pink tone, Lace would be awesome. I had to have this in my kit because, as I said, more my fair skin sisters, they have more pink tone, so I needed to add a little bit more pink into the foundation, but now I don't even need to mix it because Lace is just absolutely perfect for that if they have more of a rosy pink undertone. Next I have is Quartz, and it's the number 240, and look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. This might be one of my go-tos. It and the next color that's I'm about to show you in a minute. And this one is, I will say, neutral because it's not really warm and it's not really too pink tone. And I'm just showing you from what I experience. And so this is what that looks like. So just putting them side to side so you can see the different in tones and in complexion. So from Alabaster to lace. And by the way, they have many shades, so if you're somewhere in between, you can probably find your shade, but at least you know where to pinpoint or where to look. So as you can see, Quartz on the other side. So as you can see, it's more rosy in the middle, very light and neutral for Alabaster, but so therefore the 240 Quartz is deeper in complexion and neutral again. The next I have is Sand, and it's 250, so it's the next color right after Quartz. And this, the Sand color, if you can tell, is a little bit warmer. It has a little bit more yellow in there. So if you like more of a yellow skin complexion, more warm than neutral, then you go to Sand. But you can basically get away with either or if you're around this complexion. Then the next one I have is Oak, and it is, compared to Sand, deeper, and I will say more neutral. Even though it looks like it could be warm, Oak is, once it sets, it does set a half shade darker, and when it sets, it goes more towards the cool tone, more the rosy side. So that's what I've noticed. So once you swatch it, wait until it dries down a little bit to make sure that's your color. What Sunstone looks like is 410. It's absolutely beautiful. Might be a go-to for people who have light medium skin tone. So this is more of a neutral foundation, I believe. And I believe a lot of people can pull this off, whether you're golden or more on the warm side or cooler tone side. Stone is 420, which is 410. 420 is bronze. This is a very popular color. If you're medium, and as I saw in my clients, more leaning towards on the pinker tones, but not too much. It's like the perfect skin color. Bronze is absolute favorite of my clients. It looks absolutely beautiful. And just comparing 410 to which is Sunstone, to the bronze 420. Sorry, this is what it looks like. Hopefully I put it side by side. You can see this one is just a little bit more warmer in tone. So my medium going to dark, I have Amber, this gorgeous color here, and Copper. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it too, so you can see on my chest, so you can see the little difference that what the difference is, since they're so close in the line, 440 and 450. You can see here kind of what the tone is. This seems a little bit more warm red, but I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. This is 440 Amber. Next in line to it is Amber. And as I said before, as you can see, is a lot warmer. So I would consider that to be more peach. If you're more on the peachier side, that would be more for you, more peach. So it's not, so this is one that's more neutral to me, and this one has a little bit more warmth, more of a peachier vibe going on. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face, and you get to see how it looks with other products on. Hi guys, so I ended up doing something just real quick just to put my face together. I'm just gonna show you what I used. As you can see, I have a little bit more golden in the centers of my face because I set my under eye with Ben Nye Truly Topaz, and as you can see, it's more of a, warm. It's more on the peach side, so it's coming up more golden on camera, but it's like a nice warm medium color for me. I use Chestnut, and it's their translucent, Ben Nye's translucent powder. It's just a nice sheer powder to set your face. It doesn't set it too matte, so it can leave with a nice semi-matte finish, or a skin-like finish, should I say, and just add more if you want to make it a little bit more. For my highlight, I use Cinema Secret and Sunset as my favorite highlighter for them. This highlighter looks awesome on deeper skin tones. It's like a nice gold, like a deep gold color. And I have that as well in my inner corners. Still a little bit of bronzing using the Morphe Supreme. So it's just this nice deep red color here. Lips, I have NYX Butter Stick in their color Big Cherry. This is what it looks like in photos. And if this video helped you, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe.